Welcome to the Conspiracy Corner. In today's episode, the Alamo and its haunted history.
The Alamo?
The Alamo, according to the locals, the most haunted place in all of San Antonio.
Ooh, all of San Antonio. Why didn't you just say so?
All right.
All right, here's the history. The
Mission San Antonio de Valero, later nicknamed the Alamo, was constructed on the banks of the San Antonio River around 1718. It was used as a mission, housing Native Americans and missionaries until the year 1793, after which it sat mostly unused for many years. As you know, the land that is now Texas was at this time still property that belonged to Mexico. But in 1821, 300 families of U.S. settlers led by Stephen Austin moved to Texas with the express permission of the Mexican government. Mexico would come to regret this decision. The new American Texans would multiply and grow at a remarkable rate. Settlers were drawn to Texas and brought the practice of slavery with them, which was strictly prohibited in Mexico. In an attempt to stamp out slavery, Mexico sent in its military, and the Texans rebelled. This was the start of Texas's War for Independence, which they would come to win in 1845. During the course of that war, Mexico had one particularly notable win, the Battle of the Alamo.
In the early stages of the war, Texan volunteer soldiers had taken control of the old mission San Antonio de Valero, which Mexican forces had converted into a makeshift military fort. Whoever controlled the fort held San Antonio. In retaliation, Mexican forces led by General Santa Anna led an attack on the Texan forces. A bloodbath that lasted from February 23, 1836 to March 6, 1836. Exact details of the violence within the old missions are unknown, but not a single Texan soldier survived. The horrific details. General Santa Anna refused to grant the Texan defenders a proper burial following Mexico's victory. Bodies were disposed of in unmarked mass graves, the locations of which remain unknown, and an unlucky few were burned on pyres or thrown into the San Antonio River. To add insult to injury, the mission had been built on a site that was an early cemetery for the city of San Antonio.
Hold on a minute. I have never bought into that whole built on a burial ground thing. There are decomposed dead bodies everywhere. Wouldn't that make, everywhere haunted by your logic?
Exactly! The hauntings. The first haunting that occurred is called the Six Diablos.
Ooh, an edgy name. I have high expectations.
Just days after the battle.
Days? That's an awfully quick turnaround.
Dead people turn into ghosts quickly, I guess.
Days after the Battle of the Alamo, General Santa Anna sent a group of cavalrymen to the Alamo with strict orders to burn it to the ground. He wanted to destroy the site so the Texans couldn't use the old mission as a memorial to the soldiers who had died there.
Harsh.
Well, when the cavalrymen got there, they were driven away by a frightful sight. The Six Diablos, the spirits of 6 men, each armed with a flaming sword, who stood guarding the Alamo and encircled the approaching enemy. It is generally believed that these are the souls of Texan soldiers defending the site of their slaughter. The second paranormal activity is called the Little Boy of the Alamo. The ghost of a young boy is commonly spotted through the upmost left window of the Alamo, which is now the window of the Alamo Monument gift shop.
The gift shop? The ghost is a sellout. Is he trying to help drum up business for the Alamo's gift shop?
Do you think he gets the employee discount?
He better. Discount, benefits, the whole 9 yards. It's already child labor.
It is said he is the son of a man who died in the Battle of the Alamo, and he is there searching for his dead father.
He's not going to find him.
Josie!
The last paranormal activity is called the Mexican Soldier. For this one, you'll need to know about one of Santa Anna's commanders, Castrillon. One of the second to last days of the battle, 6 Texan men attempting to surrender were brought to Castrillon. Castrillon promised the men protection and their lives in exchange for their surrender.
Sounds to me like he didn't run that one by the guy in charge.
Exactly. Santa Anna was, to no one's surprise, not happy when he heard of Castrillon's promise, and he ordered the Texans. Castrillon was a man of his word and didn't follow the order. That served to further anger the general, and so Santa Anna murdered the men himself in Castrillon's presence using a sharp-bladed sabers. He also disciplined Castrillon to the brink of death.
brutal. Not that ghosts exist, Courtney.
I'm getting there. There have been several sightings of an apparition believed to be the ghost of Castellon. He wears a soldier's uniform, something most of the volunteer Texan soldiers did not have. Reportedly, he wanders the ground with his hands clasped behind his back, chin tilted down, and shaking his head somberly.
Give the guy a break. I'd be somber too. Jeez.
So, there you have it. I, for one, feel certain that the Alamo is haunted. But for now, the case of the Haunted Alamo remains officially unsolved.
Well, no one asked me, but I think that the Alamo was an undeniable tragedy. And the ghost stories and folklore surrounding it are a way for the community of San Antonio, and all of America, in fact, to cope with the devastation of a deadly act of war. So, if it makes it easier, keep telling the scary stories. But as far as I'm concerned, there are no ghosts anywhere, let alone the Alamo.